Oh, what is up, folks? This is Kenny here, heading over to do some errands.
And when we do that, sincerely, these hard parts will become light and we'll never do the same. That can happen to you.
I want to talk a little bit about some stuff that's going on here in the state. I just visited the Arkansas Democrat block party, which looked like it was about 50 people, half of which ran the tables for a bunch of leftist causes. Everything from murdering the unborn to
you'll have a wonderful life in spite of any struggles that your life may bring. Plus we have some free materials just for you to download.
What else do they do?
See from Pastor Jeff. Go to
Moms demand stupid gun laws that don't work. Hold on a second, sorry. Guy was talking about a lot of churches that turned into hospices. They don't help people, they just kind of let people be comfortable while they die. Hey, Patricia. Alright, I'm about to hit on the road here in a little bit. I have a camcorder here off to the side just so I can record for extra popularity. Like, share, and comment on this. Facebook does shadow ban, so if it cuts out, if it freezes, just know that's what they're doing. I usually have pretty good sorry, I had to snap on the cancel and those guys are right out there. Sorry if I don't respond to comments. Hi, James. Yeah, so I just attended the block party. They have Amy Klobuchar, who spoke yesterday. She also had a so-called public meeting regarding gun violence at the Capitol, but it wasn't really open to the public. It was announced very poorly. Okay, Facebook just cut me off. Facebook just cut me off. You assholes. There is nothing wrong with the connection. Okay, so I'm in downtown Little Rock. I'm not out in the boonies. There is no problem with the connection. Facebook just likes to randomly jam me for no reason. Some coward put in an algorithm program that shuts me off. So that's why I warn people that Facebook does shadow ban me. There's a guy with a giant Meteor 2018. I'm gonna invite some people since I'm at a stoplight. Tomorrow I'm going to be doing some phone banking to deal with a race that's going on in Mississippi, but we do need to focus on defeating a lot of Democrats here. Even though this is a red state, it went for Trump overwhelmingly. It still has a lot of blue areas. Pulaski County is a blue county. We need people from Justice of the Peace, the Quorum Court, which decides millions of dollars. We need people in these city races. Of course, these mayors and city councils, they often decide things like whether or not they want to be a sanctuary city, whether or not they want to harass people who open or conceal carry. Under Act 746, we have the right to carry either open or concealed. However, like I said, a lot of local municipalities want to still harass people. County officials as well. During the Richard Chambliss trial, it was actually the prosecuting attorney for the county that told the corrupt cop Eric Ballantyne to go ahead and arrest Richard Chambliss. Just straight up to do that. There's video of him asking. He asked the city prosecuting attorney, and that city prosecuting attorney wasn't available, so he asked the county. But anyway, those are very important positions here. Hey, Maria. And Mom's Demand is putting pressure on them and other officials to try to get them to take away our gun rights or regulate them so that we don't have them. So we definitely need people to get involved in that issue. Like I said, even a lot of people will vote Republican in this area for state for Trump. They'll vote for U.S. Congress Republican, but then they get to the state legislature and they have no idea. They'll get to the county level and they'll have no idea. We need to fix this country on multiple levels. Voting for Donald Trump is not going to save this country, not even by a long shot. A lot more that needs to be done. One of the things we can do is take away money from the deep state. I often talk about, Trump talks about draining the swamp, and of course there's the attempt to remove Trump with the Russian dossier. That was done on the Washington, D.C. deep state, but we have a deep state here, and you have a local deep state in your community. Usually it consists of local politicians, a handful of construction companies that get that benefit from crooked deals, like Baldwin and Shell, and they usually fund these special election tax increases, and then they get bankrolled by the Chamber of Commerce to hire some consulting firm to put together some scheme to cheat you out of more of your tax money. And usually there's other groups like the Municipal League and the Association of Counties and the Association of Mayors, and then there's a bunch of groups that a bunch of leftist groups that'll join in. Arkansas Advocates for Families, which is just a leftist group that pretends to be the spokespeople for the poor. I'm glad I'm going up there. Apparently there's some accident on I-30 going east, because the emergency crew is running over there. What else? Anyway, this cabal of deep state operatives get together, and they'll try to sneak in a special election tax increase. In my previous video, I've talked about how there's several of them happening September 10th. And I'd have to post a list of them. Hey, Kevin. Hey, Joy. Sorry if I skip you from saying hi. I'm still driving what is still somewhat rush hour. And I got the sun in my face, so... Oh, pimped out vehicle. It's your right to do that. Anyway, let me see what you said here, Maria. Listening to President Trump. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forget he has rallies. I thought he had a rally in New Hampshire, but I thought that was over with. But anyway, the Democrat Bloc Watch Party they had earlier today had several different groups that are also involved. And usually what happens is when they try to sneak in these tax increases, they try to schedule them to minimize voter turnout. If it looks like there's any active conservative resistance, which usually there isn't, then they create a fake grassroots organization, like Keep Our Kids Safe or For Better Schools, or in this case, up in Jonesboro, it's called Team Jonesboro. And they claim that, oh, we want to fix the community and make it better and more economically viable and economic development and all that crap. And really, it's just a stupid pet project that they want the taxpayers to bankroll instead of them having to go to a bank. And I think for Jonesboro, it's a water park, and it varies depending on whatever other project it is. Yes, I'm glad. That's another thing too. Is even if the nation doesn't pass red flag laws, and even if the state doesn't pass red flag laws, you'll have some local communities that'll try to do that. Just like with sanctuary cities, they're arrogant leftists, and they don't care what the federal government says. They'll still try to harass gun owners. And we've had examples in cities and neighborhoods where they go after people for their conservative values. They'll go after, they'll stick the police on somebody who doesn't have a license for a lemonade stand. They'll go after somebody's property for having a flagpole. So don't think for a moment that if some leftist like Frank Scott or the leftists up there in Fayetteville decide, we're going to pass our own little Gestapo-style moms demand snitching on your neighbors for no reason rules, and they try to, call some people in and have them hauled off or have them get visited by the police because somebody used red flag style rules to go after them. And don't forget, this doesn't have to be, it doesn't just say red flag. It won't just say we're taking your guns. It'll have something nice in it, like safety or or stop mass shooters, or you know, something clever that they'll try to put on there to make it sound nice. There's matter of fact, the U.S. House Judiciary Committee is supposed to be meeting again to discuss some of those red flag laws. Let me